Hey guys, what's going on? This is Nate here, and in this video I'll be demoing the Siri voice assistant for the iPhone 4S. So you can enable Siri by heading into Settings, and under General you'll see the Siri section here. If you open that up, you can enable the feature. For language, you can choose between English for Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States, and there's also the option for French and German. For the voice feedback, you can set that to always or hands-free only. For the info, you can use a contact that you have from your address book. And to enable Siri, you can also turn on the Raise to Speak feature. How this works is if you bring the handset up to your ear as if you were about to make a phone call, it will activate Siri for you. This is not a feature that I would necessarily recommend turning on because it keeps the proximity sensor on at all times, which can quickly drain your battery life. So in this video, we'll just stick to using the home button, and I'm going to quickly demonstrate how you can use Siri in order to interact with iOS itself. So let's start off by making a phone call. Call home.
Calling home, mobile.
So you'll see it brings us right into the phone app then to go ahead and make that phone call. This works exactly the same way with FaceTime. Next, let's play a song. Play the song This City.
This city, radio edit, feat, Lupe Fiasco, now playing.
So the song is currently playing in the background. I just have the volume turned down so that it wouldn't disrupt the video. Next, let's send an email. Send an email to Nathan Jobst.
What's the subject of your email?
Hey.
What would you like your email to say?
What's up?
Here's your email to Nathan Jobst. Ready to send it?
Send it.
Okay, I'll send it.
So you'll see how quickly it is to set up an email, and this works great especially if you've got a long message to compose. Instead of typing all that out, you can simply use Siri, and it will go ahead and dictate it for you. Next, let's send a text message. Send a text message to Nathan Jobst.
Okay, I can send a text to Nathan Jobst for you. What would you like it to say?
Hey, how's it going?
I updated your message. Ready to send it?
Send it.
Okay, I'll send it.
Next, we'll set up an appointment. Set up a meeting tomorrow at 7:30.
Okay, here's your meeting. Note that you already have a meeting about school at 7:30 p.m. Shall I schedule this anyway?
Yes.
Okay, Nathan. I scheduled it for tomorrow.
Next, we'll use reminders. Remind me to return my books to the library tomorrow.
Here's your reminder for tomorrow at 9 a.m. Shall I create it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Next up is notes. Create a note saying I spent $12 at lunch today.
Noted.
Now we'll check out the weather forecast. What is the weather going to be like today?
Here's the weather for today.
So you'll see it brings up the current conditions as well as the high and low temperatures for the day. You can also take a look at an hour-by-hour forecast. Next, Next we'll use stocks. How is Google's stock doing today?
Google closed down somewhat today. $583.16.
Next we'll perform a web search. Search the web for Apple.
Searching for Apple.
So you'll see it brings us right into Safari there for that web search. Next, we'll talk about using the Wolfram Alpha, which is basically a way to find information about anything that you want, from math problems to definitions of a word. So let's try out a math problem. What is 32 times 6 plus 18?
Okay, here you go.
So So you'll see it brings up the original equation there with the result, and you'll see this did come from Wolfram Alpha. Next, I wanted to give you guys some helpful tips when you're using the Siri voice assistant. So let's say I asked Siri what the square root of 36 was, but I really meant what the square root of 37 was. I can simply go up here and change the text instead of restating the entire phrase. So we'll change that to 37 and choose done, and we'll go ahead and calculate the new response.
Checking on that for you. I found this for you.
And you'll see it now says the square root of 37 with the new answer. So this is great, especially if you happen, if Siri happens to misinterpret a single word that you said. Instead of restating that entire phrase, just fix what it messed up. Next, you can tell Siri to call you by a nickname. Call me Nate.
From now on, I'll call you Nate, okay?
Okay. So I guess it's going to call me Neat now instead of Nate, but I guess Neat's still a pretty good nickname. Next, you can tell Siri to recognize certain people in your contacts. My mother's name is Candy Jobst.
Okay, do you want me to remember that Candy Jobst is your mother's?
Yes.
Okay, Nate. I've added this relationship.
So I guess it said mothers instead of mother, but whatever. But this is great, especially if you just want to say call my mom instead of call Candy. It will go ahead and do that. In addition to the Siri voice assistant, Apple has also integrated dictation. So currently I've got the Notes app pulled up here, and once you've got Siri enabled, you're going to notice this new microphone icon here in the lower left-hand corner of the keyboard. If you select it, it will translate the speech that you say into text right on the screen. So let's go ahead and try this out. Now currently I'm doing it in the Notes app, but it will work with most default applications in iOS, such as the text message app, Mail, and Safari. So let's go ahead and try it out. I purchased Steve Jobs' biography yesterday at Barnes & Noble's bookstore. And you'll see it translated that perfectly. So once again, this is another quick and convenient way to type up those long messages that you have. So this has been a look at the Siri voice assistant and dictation for the iPhone 4S. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about it. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.